All right, so we're back at it again. It's about 10 minutes to 6. We're setting in the spot we need to be setting in. I've got my dear friend Nick Hawthorne with me, old Nucleus, and just for the record, this is take number 2 because I just sat here and gave my whole opening statement and the camera wasn't even recording. So we've got to walk in here. It's only about 400 yards to walk in here to get to the cut where these elk come through. That is, if they're coming through this cut this morning. I don't know. I don't know if they came down last night or not. So we'll find out. We're gonna go in here. We'll sit there, and if they're up higher, then we'll have to go up in after them. But I'm fingers crossed that they came down last night and they're heading back up. So we're gonna head in here, and Nick has graciously decided to join me because he lives for this stuff. That's almost a direct quote. But I don't know why a guy would want to take a break from doing his day-to-day stuff so he could come pack elk. I guess that's true friendship right there. So we're gonna head up in here. It might go just fast and furious. If those elk came down, it's gonna be right off the bat. We're gonna see them, and they're gonna be right in there. So if not, we may have to go up in after them. I don't know. We'll see. So it's gonna go one of two ways. So we're gonna head in there right now. So stay tuned. All right, so we're set up. We're across the little draw from where they should be coming through. We can hear them down below as they're getting really close. But I gotta tell you, the anticipation is killing me. Like, I've got heartburn. But they're coming. It's just a waiting game now. We just gotta wait them out until they start filing through here. But when they start filing through, you're gonna see a bunch of elk. So Still waiting. We can hear them coming. They're just not here yet. But we did have that bull and then a cow come from the wrong end. We had to spook them out, but I'll explain later. Alrighty, so we waited till about 10 for those elk to show up, and then they just got quiet and they never showed. We had one small five-point raghorn. He was coming in and then he just stopped. We think he bedded down below us, but they never came through that cut. So we circled way around, and then we were gonna see if they were maybe bedded right there at the mouth of the cut. And as we're walking across the flats, Nick says, "There they are right there." And I'm not kidding you. They're parked, they're laid down probably 300 yards from where the pickup is parked. We can literally see the elk and the pickup when we're looking through the binoculars in the same field of view. So they're just laying out there in the flats on a bald knob. So we're trying to formulate a plan to make something happen. I don't know what we can do. So let's wait and see. Okay, so fairly eventful day. Started out in that little spot there, that cut, and everything was set to have some dead elk. We had that little 5-point come in that was bird dogging that cow, and we scared them off, so that they wouldn't end up going down and blowing those other elk out once they got our wind. So Nick and I sat there till 10 o'clock, right around there, and they just never showed up. They'd bugle every once in a while, but nothing. And we had a small scrub start to come in up that draw, and he just never walked by us. I don't know if he turned around. Nick is thinking that he just walked about halfway up to us and laid down somewhere in that ravine. So we circled around and got down, like I told you, back to where the truck was. We could see those elk just below the pickup. And they were just flat. I mean, there was a little hump there that I snuck up to and looked over, and I had all those elk, not all of them, but the majority of the group. I had them at about 85 yards, which is about 55 yards too far for me. So I didn't take a shot, but they got a little nervous. A small bull kind of busted me, and so they gathered up and they started heading towards the mountain. So I boogied back up the mountain, figuring they'd come through one of the cuts, and then they never did. They just kept paralleling me. So it was getting 12, 1 o'clock, I don't know, but it was getting later in the day. So I decided, rather than to bust those elk completely out of there, figured what we would do is just pull out of there and leave them alone. So we start up the pickup and start heading down the road, and they were within 250 yards of the pickup pretty much the whole time, just standing there looking at us. And every time we'd stop the truck and glass, they'd start to rut around and fight and spar. But there's no way to sneak up on them. It'd be like trying to sneak up on a clump of butter on top of some pancakes. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So I don't know why a food analogy. I think I must be hungry. So we're gonna leave them alone. We pulled out of there. I'll come back maybe tomorrow morning, maybe Friday morning. I don't know, but we'll come back at some point and try it again. So I know those elk are going through that cut. I know there's water in there. It's just a matter of time before our paths cross. It was a great setup. The wind was wrong. The wind ended up kind of coming from the northeast, maybe the northwest, I don't know. But anyway, it started coming out of the north, and that wasn't what we needed. We needed it out of the southwest, like it always is, but that's how it goes. So anyway, so Nick and I are calling it quits today for elk hunting. We're gonna hunt another day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drag Nick out here again, but we'll see. If not, And if I haven't killed one by opening day of rifle season, Nick has a longbow that he's going to let me shoot. And by longbow, I mean a center fire, shoot him at 1,800 yards longbow that he's got a lot of time invested in. That it kills him dead a long ways away. So we'll see if we can't do that. Maybe pick one out. But there's a way good bull in there. I didn't get any video of him. I left the tripod and everything with Nick as I was sneaking up on them because there was no way I was going to get it set up. So I apologize that there was no footage there, but got some kind of cool footage of that 5-point chasing that cow. So that's all you get today. Check back in with me maybe tomorrow. I'll let you know. But we're headed back to town. We're going to stop and feed chickens, and then we're going to call it a day. Wyoming James checking out from my super secret spot. Adios.